All right, folks, here we are with the 2022 record predictions for the New York Football Giants. And who else joining me? I have nobody else that I would want on here right now other than the Baddog. What's up, Baddog?
What is going on? Everybody out there, Sports Fury, the best, the biggest, my inspiration. What's up, Josh? Been too long, my friend. Good to see
man.
you. Hope you're doing well.
Dude. It's been a while since we last collabed, man. Way too long, and you've had a huge success recently on your channel, man. I mean, you've been killing it, dude, like always, and you finally got to that 100K, which is so well deserved, man. That plaque is coming for the Baddog.
It is. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, plaque should be here Tuesday, I think. It's in Latham, which isn't too far from me. So whenever UPS decides to deliver next, I'll be getting it. And yeah, man, I can't believe that I actually made it that far. So I don't know if I'm looking the right way. Which way are you here?
Yeah, to your right there.
Okay, good. I don't want to look. I'm looking away from. Okay. Yes, it's good. It's finally good to hit 100,000. Finally.
Oh, man. I would toast a beer to you, but all I got is a glass of water, bro. But very well deserved, Baddog.
Thank you, man.
Very well.
Appreciate it.
But we're here to talk about the Giants, man, and I just want to know, what are your Giants going to be this year, bro?
A lot of the same as they were last several years. I mean, listen, it's nice to have a breath of fresh air. You know, we change everything from the top to the bottom pretty much. I don't really know what Shane's vision is at the moment. Obviously, I think it's good to have a young, good GM like Joe Shane. We don't have a relic anymore. Brandon Brown, I thought, was a big addition coming from the Philadelphia Eagles to be the assistant GM. Obviously, Brian Dable worked with Josh Allen. Mike Kafka, the OC, worked with Pat Mahomes. So we've definitely worked with some good quarterbacks. And I think you're going to see more of an updated offense. But I'm still not expecting too much. You know, Dave Gettleman put this team in a really bad spot over the last 4 years. Joe Shane comes in handcuffed for cap space. We have none. Did get 2 first-round picks, which was big, and I think he knocked both of them out of the park. I don't think you could have asked for more if you were a Giants fan than getting Kayvon Thibodeau and Evan Neal.
Great picks.
But at the same time, man, there's still a lot of, everything's changed and everything's new, and there's still a lot of lack of talent, a lot of question marks about the health of these players.
So
we'll see.
It's interesting, you explaining how you feel about the Giants going into this year and your journey during the offseason. It sounds a lot like my Chicago Bears, Ryan Pace, he put us in a really bad spot. Here comes Ryan Poles. And, we had a pretty solid draft. And, we got some talent here and there on both sides of the ball, but there's still a lot of question marks on the Chicago Bears as well. So, but I love your coaching staff a whole lot. Brian Dable, what he was able to do, you mentioned with Josh Allen, like he comes in here still trying to fix, Daniel Jones and try to salvage that draft pick that you guys had a couple years ago. How do you feel about Daniel Jones going into the season?
The same.
Same.
To me, I mean, people have certainly heard me rant about Daniel Jones. I mean, hell, when we drafted him, that's like my one viral moment, which is not my best moment, but Daniel Jones to me has always had the physical gifts. He's tall. He's got a better arm than people think he does. He's accurate. He's mobile. I think he's got the physical tools, but I feel like his processing skills are a little bit too slow for the NFL. He doesn't really scan the field fast enough. Mm-hmm. I feel like his pocket awareness has been bad his entire career. He doesn't know when to step up to avoid a rush or roll out to avoid a rush. I feel like sometimes he sits back there and he lacks confidence. And I don't know if that's something you can coach. I think it's instinctual. I'm hoping that Dable can get it into his head, just throw the ball. If you turn it over, it's okay, but have conviction in your throws. I mean, Daniel Jones has had no favors done here, okay? We know that there's no talent.
That's true.
The talent we have had has been hurt. They brought in Kenny Golladay. The guy was trash.
Oh.
You had Shermer. Then you had Joe Judge. I mean, I don't think you could have gave a guy a worse head coach. Jason Garrett. So much dissension on this team. And now, for the third time in 4 years, he has a new head coach. He has a new offensive coordinator. So it's not like we've done him any favors. But at the same time, Daniel Jones has to learn how to be a competent quarterback in the pocket. And I always feel like if he could ever figure that out and not be so gun-shy, I feel like he could be a top half of the league quarterback. I feel like his skills are that good where he could be a 14th best quarterback, 13th, 15th, somewhere in there. But again, it comes down to his instincts. And I just don't know if that's coachable. We're going to find out really soon. We'll find out on Sunday, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And if anybody can get anything out of him, it'd be Dabble. And, speaking of your wide receiving core, you mentioned Kenny Galladay, who I just think is an absolute bum. This dude got paid and it just doesn't seem like he doesn't even give a shit.
No, quit.
A lot of times.
Guy's money.
Yeah. And now Kadarius Toney, this dude looks like he's got some talent. There's something there, but, with injuries and some inconsistencies, he's someone that could potentially break out for you guys eventually. Maybe this year.
Yeah, I mean, Kadarius Toney certainly has, you see him in the open field. He's got the ability to make guys miss. He's twitchy. He's got a quick change of direction. I mean, the guy's filthy when he catches the ball, but this is a lot of weird stuff with Kadarius Toney, man. It's injuries. It's his rapping. It's COVID. He's missing OTAs. It's his grandmother. It's like, what the hell is next? Like, Kadarius Toney seems to be a bit of a head case.
Yeah.
Which Odell Beckham was a bit of a head case too, but Odell Beckham actually played somewhat. And when Odell Beckham did play, he was electric. All we can hope for as Giants fans is that Kadarius Toney can stay healthy and that he can concentrate on football. And then, we might have a serious weapon there because I do like his skill set. It's very good. And, we'll see. But he's another massive question mark. A lot of question marks in this team, Josh. Just a lot of question marks going into the year.
Would you say there's more question marks on your offensive side or your defensive side?
Definitely offense. I don't think there's question. Yeah, because Barkley's got talent, but
that's true.
He's had bad luck with injuries. Daniel Jones, talent, but he's a bit of a, he's just, like I said, I don't know how competent he is. Kenny Galladay, who the hell knows with him? Kadarius Toney, who knows with him? Sterling Shepard's coming off a torn Achilles. You got Wan'Dale Robinson, a second-round pick out of Kentucky. We don't know who he's going to be. You got Daniel Bellinger, who's starting at tight end for us. He's a fourth-round pick. You don't know what the hell he's going to be. You got, Evan Neal and a bunch of other guys that weren't on the team last year, and Andrew Thomas in the line. So I definitely think the offense is it's full of question marks. I feel like the defense is way ahead of the offense. I'm excited to see Xavier McKinney play. I think McKinney, with Blake Martinez getting released, which was a shock when they did it, not so much that they did it, but the timing. But I think McKinney can definitely lead the defense. And I think Wink Martindale's aggressive defense is perfect for guys like Azeez Ojulari and Kayvon Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence, and Leo. So I definitely think the defense will be better than the offense, at least at the start of the year.
Yeah, Xavier McKinney, I was going to bring him up, man. This guy has top 10 potential at his possession going into this season. And Thibodeau, that was a fantastic draft pick for you guys. Is there like an X factor that maybe some people who are not too familiar with the Giants that they need to look out for?
I mean, I honestly don't know. You got O'Shane Zeman, we've been waiting for him for a while. Tate Crowder's not much of anything. I really don't think there is, because a lot of the guys that we've had here have been the same. I mean, you're going to watch Aaron Robinson. He really struggled against the Patriots. He's going to get the outside starting spot opposite of Adoree Jackson, with them having to release James Bradbury. So maybe Aaron Robinson is a guy that can step into a big role. Julian Love's going to play a bigger part in the defense this year. But I don't really know if there's like a guy I can think of that's like an X factor, somebody that can really step up and surprise. Because if he does, he's going to surprise me too. Yeah. So I really don't know. But I definitely think Azeez Ojulari, Kayvon Thibodeau, Xavier McKinney, Dexter Lawrence, and Leonard Williams. I think those are the guys you're looking for in the Giants defense.
All right. Here we go. Folks, as you guys see down below, that's the schedule. Me and Baddog, we're going to go from weeks 1 all the way through 18. We're going to try to gauge what the season how it could play out for the New York Giants. If you guys haven't done so, please go subscribe to Baddog. This dude is the man. He kills it with his NFL content, baseball content, and, of course, the NBA. Laker dog over here. There you go.
October 3rd, he comes back.
Yes, sir. So go subscribe to Baddog. You ready to get going?
Let's go. Let's do it.
All right. Week 1 to start the season against the Tennessee Titans on Sunday, September 11th. How you feel about this game?
So this is tough. I definitely think it's a loss, but it's not going to be a blowout. I think the Giants have a chance to win this game. Easier said than done. Stop Derrick Henry, win the turnover battle. Put Ryan Tannehill in third and longs. Make him beat you. If you're making Ryan Tannehill beat you with Wink Martindale's aggressive defense, I think the Giants have a chance to win this game and win ugly, but I just don't see it happening. Everything is new, and the Giants got to get acclimated to playing with one another and get used to the system, the scheme, and they're going to make mistakes. Mm-hmm. Our secondary is definitely the weak part of this team. And again, you got to stop Derrick Henry. If you can't stop Derrick Henry, he's going to wear you down in the fourth quarter. It's going to be lights out. So, the Titans have been together a while. They're a good team. They're a playoff team. They're tested. Vrabel is a good coach.
He is.
I do think that the Titans win the game. I think they win ugly. I think they win like 20-13, something like that. I think it's a low-scoring game, but I do think the Titans beat us in Week 1.
I agree. I think it is going to be a low-scoring game. I do have Tennessee Titans winning this one right off the hop, but I think Tennessee takes a step back. They regress a bit going into this season. Outside of Derrick Henry, there's a lot of question marks on that offense. Ryan Tannehill, he might be in danger of possibly losing his job to Malik Willis. And, Treylon Burks, the wide receiver for them. And he hasn't been looking all that great in the offseason.
They lost A.J. Brown.
And then, they lost A.J. Brown. And Robert Woods is really their go-to guy, but he's coming off of a major injury himself. So I think they take a bit of a step back, and it sucks that Harold Landry, he tore his, he got that horrible injury during practice. But this is going to be a close game, and I'm going to edge out with the Tennessee Titans, but I'm not feeling good about it.
Yeah,
this is a game that you could win.
I think it's more of their experience playing together than our inexperience. I think their experience wins out in the end, and they're at home, so I think that
does help for sure. Week 2, Giants hosting the Carolina Panthers. This a dub or no?
At the beginning of the year, I was like, this is easy dub. Sam Darnold stinks. I've said that for years. He does. Baker Mayfield's my dude. I'm a Sooner fan. I love Baker Mayfield. However, I'm still not sold in Carolina. Now, a lot of this hinges on McCaffrey's health. Yep. If McCaffrey's healthy, that's a big guy to stop again. God, Josh, it's fun. I mean, I'm talking myself into a loss here. Like I've been having us win every time I've done a prediction.
Yeah.
Like I've had us win this game, and I'm talking myself right into a loss. Man, I don't think Carolina is very good. I really don't.
I don't either. I don't. I am also hoping that Baker Mayfield has a pretty good season. Man, I'm rooting for him. I like him a lot too. But I think Carolina isn't going to be that great of a team this year defensively. I think they're going to drop this game, and I think you guys get the win here.
Yeah, I do think we're going to win. And again, I think it'll be another one of them ugly 19-16 type of wins. But I do think we can do enough offensively. The other thing is, if Saquon Barkley's healthy, I feel like he can run against them. So, and that's going to be predicated on a lot of what we do offensively. But I do think the Giants will do just enough to win this game. And I do think Baker Mayfield can turn the ball over. So, again, we got to get these guys in third and longs and let Wink Martindale do his thing on defense. Be aggressive and force those turnovers. Baker does turn the ball over. So, I think we squeak one out here at home against Carolina.
Okay, I agree. So far, on the same page. Week 3, Monday Night Football, hosting the Dallas Cowboys.
Nothing would make me happier than come on here and tell you Giants fans we're going to beat their ass. I hate Dallas. Passion. I hate Dallas.
Yeah.
Hate them. But no. I even with their even with Tyron Smith being out and even with them losing Amari Cooper, that two-headed running back situation there with Pollard and Zeke is one of the best in football. Dak is still a very good quarterback, and you got Gallup. You got my guy CeeDee Lamb, who I absolutely love. I just think Dallas is too much. I think that our secondary is going to get exposed in this game quite often. And
that rookie wide receiver that they just drafted, Jalen Tolbert, quick guy.
Yeah, I think that Dallas is probably going to win this one pretty easily. We're not ready to take Dallas on as of yet. I could see Dallas winning by 10 points, 2 touchdowns, something like 34-20. I think they will score some points, 31-17, something like that. But I don't think we're good enough to beat Dallas yet or even play with Dallas. I hope I'm wrong, but I just going into here, I can't see it happening.
I will be going with the Dallas Cowboys, too, winning this one on primetime. I think, they're just the better team, clearly, here in Week 3. Going into week number 4. All right, Baddog. It's your Giants versus my Chicago Bears. This time in your neck of the woods. Last couple of years, we were able to make out. Last year we won. Hey, David Montgomery had a pretty damn good game last year against you guys. How does it play out this year, though?
Last year, it's funny. The video on my page, if you're not subscribed, I believe that is the video after the Bears game when I put the target bag in my head. Because the Giants had minus 10 yards passing for the entire game. Now, of course, that was Jake Fromm. I believe it was Glenn. It might have been a combination of Glenn and Fromm. Barkley actually had his first 100-yard game in a long time against the Bears. But it's in MetLife. I'm going to go with the Giants in this game because I worry for Justin Fields' life. The Bears' offensive line isn't great. And,
no, it's not.
Again, Fields is an inexperienced quarterback. So unlike a guy like Tannehill, who's been in the league, and a guy like Dak, who's been in the league, I think if Wink Martindale blitzes from all different areas, I think he can get Fields to turn the ball over a lot. I don't think Fields is going to – he has not seen a defense like Wink Martindale's where they're bringing pressure from all over the place. Yeah. I do think the Giants can get there against him. And I think that Saquon Barkley, again, it's a big if he's healthy, but I feel like we can still run the ball against you guys. So, again, I don't think we're going to blow you out by any stretch of the imagination. I think this will be another ugly game. I think these are 2 ugly teams that are in for 2 long seasons. But I will give the Giants the edge here again. I think it'll be like 24-21, something like that, 24-20. But I think the team that wins the turnover battle in this game wins the game. I'm just going to give the edge to the Giants.
Right. Yeah, our offensive line isn't going to be all that great, this year. It's definitely a work in progress, and we're going to be probably mixing around guys at different positions. And I agree. I think you guys are going to blitz a lot and come after Fields, and he's going to have to make some quick decisions. And I think to start off the season, the Bears are going to struggle. We don't have that bad of a schedule. And this is a winnable game for us, but I'm going to have us losing here on the road in New York. I think this could play out a bit like how it played out the last time we played against each other in New York. Didn't that game go into overtime?
Yes, that was the one where Saquon had like the massive game. Yeah, he's played well against you.
Yeah, he always does, man. Except for that, there was that one game where obviously he tore his
ACL.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, and he kills us, man. And I think that's really going to do us in here. Saquon Barkley is going to ground and pound. You guys are going to blitz the hell out of Justin Fields. Yeah. And you guys are probably going to win by like 3 points by field goal.
Yeah, I think it'll be close too. Yeah, I definitely do. Yeah, we have very similar situations, Josh.
We really are. We really are, dude.
It's funny, like Giants fans, you got the optimistic Giants fans like, oh, we can win 10, 11 games. You have an easy schedule. And I said, you have to understand, the teams you're playing against also look at the schedule and go, oh, we got the Giants. That's a win. Yeah, you have to understand that. Like, we can look at the Bears as Giants fans and go, oh, we're going to win that game. And there's going to be Bears fans looking and go, well, we can beat the Giants.
Yeah.
And it's not like we're great. So I try to tell Giants fans, remember that. No game is easy for us.
Oh, absolutely. I could just hear it right now. Josh, did you really have us losing to the Giants?
Yeah,
are you serious? There's no fucking way Justin Fields is going to have like 400 yards and 3 rushing touchdowns against him. He's going to kill him.
Never know.
I hope so, but.
Yeah, no. I don't.
Yeah, I can hear that too from my side. Yeah. But week 5, you guys are playing another NFC North team. This time, the Green Bay Packers, and on the road.
Ooh. Yeah, on the road in London.
That's right. Yeah, in London. It's going to be in London.
9 o'clock in the morning. Pip, pip, cheerio, and all that good stuff there. I have my nice glass of coffee and I'm ready to go and watch the Packers absolutely smack the living hell out of the Giants.
Yeah.
No chance. No chance.
I hope you guys win. I mean, that'd be hilarious.
Oh, I know you do.
For you guys to beat them, and in London, that'd be
great. Well, that's the one positive is we're not in Lambeau. But, man, this is Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has seen everything 10 times over, man. Wink Martindale ain't going to fool him. You know, it doesn't matter. Until the Giants aren't – no.
Yeah, I'm worried about your offense in this one because I think Green Bay could have a top 3, top 5 at least defense this year. I think they're that good. So
we're in trouble in this one. Packers like 31-10. I don't think there's not much to say about this game.
Heading into week 6, the Giants hosting the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens last year were the most riddled, injured team in the NFL. They're coming back, especially on the defensive side. This is a team that is going to stop the run very well this year, and also their secondary is one of the deepest, most talented secondaries in the NFL. And then, of course, on the offensive side, Lamar Jackson and his mobility. This could be a tough game.
You know what's amazing about I was going to call them the Orioles. I'm in baseball mode. You know what's amazing about the Ravens? The Orioles are pretty amazing this year, too. What a story the Orioles are. How good do they draft every year, Josh? Do they not?
Oh, hell yeah.
They kill it. Great every year. That's why they're competitive every year. Hate this game for the Giants. I hate it. Again, do you think that the Baltimore Ravens offense has not seen every single look Wink Martindale has to offer?
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Jones against that defense, Saquon Barkley trying to run against that defense, our wide receivers trying to go up against that second. Again, I don't like it at all. This is the worst part of our schedule as far as Giants go, because we do have a much easier schedule, but these 2 games, flying to London for Green Bay, flying back to play Baltimore. Baltimore probably blows us out too. I could see 27-7, 24-7. We're not going to put up much offense against those guys. And Lamar Jackson's mobility, the ability to extend plays and let the receivers run in the secondary against our inexperienced secondary.
Yeah,
it's not a good matchup for the Giants. I have us losing this game.
Yeah, I got the Giants losing this one as well, and it just really sucks that you guys have to play in London the week before. Usually, you play those London games, you get a bye week. That's not the case anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's
it's not that long of a flight. I think actually, like from MetLife to London is probably less than it is from MetLife to like San Diego or Los Angeles.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's only like 5 hours from New York to London. I don't think it's that long of a flight. It's not that bad.
There you go. Week 7, you guys heading down to Florida to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars, who now have a new head coach in Doug Peterson, someone you're very familiar with.
Yes. Yeah, Dougie P.
Mm-hmm.
I like Trevor Lawrence a lot. I'm a big Trevor Lawrence fan. We see old friend Evan Ingram in this game. He'll drop a pass or 2. I think the Giants win this game. It's nothing the Giants do is going to be very pretty to look at this year. But I think Jacksonville, again, you have the same type of situation you had with Daniel Jones. And Trevor Lawrence is a better quarterback than Daniel Jones, in my opinion. But again, you got him his rookie year. Thank God they got rid of Urban Meyer because he would have destroyed Trevor Lawrence's career. But again, Trevor Lawrence has to learn a whole new system. It's an inexperienced team. Doug Peterson will take some chances. He does know the Giants pretty well. But again, I feel like when you have a guy like Wink Martindale and you can bring these blitzes and all this pressure from different areas against a young quarterback, I think it's an advantage for the Giants. I also think the Giants, again, have to run the ball here effectively against Jacksonville. But I just feel like the Giants are, again, they have a little bit more experience. I'm not saying we have a lot more talent than Jacksonville because we don't have a lot more talent than anybody. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to give the Giants the edge here. I think, again, you're going to see another ugly 21-17, 20-14, some kind of thing. I think Trevor Lawrence has had turnover problems early in his career, so I could see that happening again. I could see the Giants forcing a couple of turnovers and winning that way.
Yeah, I also see this as being a very ugly game as well, and I'm going to give the edge to the Jacksonville Jaguars being here at home. They do have quite a bit of talent there. It's very young and still a bit unproven, and I think Doug Peterson was a good hire for them because Urban Meyer did them. I mean, he almost sabotaged them at certain points in the season last year. He was just so horrible, and I love their 2 running backs that they have, in James Robinson and Travis Etienne.
I'm anxious to see what Etienne does this year.
Yeah, he's going to be used a lot like DeAndre Swift out in Detroit. He's going to be a great pass-catching back, and so there's going to be some little bit of excitement coming out of Duval County over there. But I'm going to give the edge to the Jacksonville Jaguars here.
I'll tell you what, John, I don't remember the last time we beat Jacksonville. It's been a while.
Yeah?
Even going back to the days of Blaine Gabbert.
Oh, shit.
Or I'm sorry, Blake Bortles.
Okay.
Blake Bortles was tearing us up with that RPO back in 2014. I don't know if we've beaten Jacksonville since 2014. It's been a long time. We're due. We're winning, Giants, man.
You're okay. Baddog's calling it.
Got this one.
Week 8, you guys heading into Seattle to take on the Seahawks, no longer having Russell Wilson over there. How's this play out?
Yeah, I think we win this one too. This comes into the easier part of our schedule. Seattle's in a complete transition phase. I don't know who the hell the quarterback's going to be. I'll be surprised if it's Geno Smith. I know he's starting the year for them, but there's nothing over there that I think is great at all. That's a far cry from the Legion of Boom and the Russell Wilson offense. The Legion Boom defense, Russell Wilson offense. I think the Giants can go into Seattle and beat them. We went in there with Colt McCoy a couple of years ago and were able to knock them off. So, again, Seattle's just in a complete transition phase. They're in the, I don't really know where they're going. But I'm going to give the Giants again. We're not winning anything pretty. We're not going to beat anybody 31-7. That's not happening. So if we're winning games, it's 19-16, it's 21-13, it's 13-10. One of them ugly wins. Again, we're going to have to rely on the defense heavily and Saquon Barkley, but I think we're good enough to get it done in Seattle.
Seattle Seahawks, I think they probably have the worst offensive line going into this season. Their secondary is also a bottom 3 going into this year. They're not going to be able to stop a nosebleed. So this could be a really good game for Danny Dimes and Tony. And, hell, maybe even Kenny Galladay goes out there and does some torching himself. And Saquon Barkley, I think he's going to have a really good day over there against Seattle. I think you guys win this one. I think you guys win this one probably by 10 points.
That'd be beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time we won a game by 10. Oh, yeah, it was like 25-3 against Carolina, I think last year, but different team.
Yeah, Seahawks are going to be awful.
They're a bad team. Mm-hmm. I think we're good enough to beat them.
Out of that, you guys have a bye week in week number 9. Not too bad of a bye week, I guess. At week 10, you guys at home against the Houston Texans, another one of those teams that are going to be a bottom feeder, I think, this year.
Yeah.
Not a very talented roster.
So at this point, I forgot where our record is right now. I have us at 4-4 or 3-4. Well, I forgot where I have us. There's just one point when I did these predictions, I actually have us above 500 because we haven't been above 500 any time in any season since the end of 2016. That's how bad it's been over here. There's one game every year, Josh, that we have no business losing, and we do.
Oh, shit.
That's this one. Coming off a bye, I have us winning 2 in a row, against Jacksonville and Seattle. Riding high, going into the bye, feeling good, and then Davis Mills comes out and lights us up. That's just the Giants' way. And hopefully I'm wrong. This is definitely a game the New York Giants can win. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Again, Wink Martindale can blitz a young quarterback, force turnovers, and the Texans aren't a good team. But, God, I swear, man, I get these bad feelings all the time. There's always that game. And I just feel like this is the one we kind of come. Last year was Atlanta. We had no business losing to Atlanta. Right. And I think, I can just see us coming out flat and losing 17-14. I can see it. So I'm going to go with that. That has been my prediction since the beginning, so I can't change it. But it's definitely a winnable game, and I hope I'm wrong. But, God, this is just – they do it to me every year, Josh. I got no confidence in this.
Dude, yeah, this would be a tough one to lose, too. Texans, don't get me wrong. Yeah, they do have some nice pieces. Davis Mills. I like Dameon Pierce, the running back that they just drafted. And, of course, Brandon Cooks is always good, for his yards every single year. And they have a couple good pieces on the defensive side as well. But overall, this just not a very good team. And
neither are we, though, so we got to be
But I'm going to have you guys winning this one.
All right.
Yeah, you guys should win this one.
I'm glad you have more confidence than I do.
Week 11, Giants hosting the Detroit Pistons. This is going to be an interesting game.
It would be interesting if we hosted the Pistons. You're in basketball mode already.
Oh, did I say Pistons?
You did. Good luck. Josh is ready for NBA basketball because they're the best. This is the best NBA basketball. They are so ready. I'm calling the Ravens the Orioles. You're calling Detroit. You can tell Josh and I haven't worked together in a while. But I know what you mean.
I didn't even catch that. The Giants hosting the Detroit Lions.
Lions, yes. That's a win for us. Listen, you know, it's funny because if we were going to lose, if you go back and look at this the way it should happen, we should be able to beat the Texans. And if we were going to lose a game, it'd be the Lions. I love DeAndre Swift. I'm a big fan of DeAndre Swift. Jared Goff will have a better year, in my opinion. And I do think that he's playing the Super Bowl. So it's not like he doesn't know how to win. But I feel like we're good enough to beat Detroit. They don't scare me at all. I do think, again, Jared Goff is a turnover-prone guy. And I do think we can force some turnovers from him. But, again, this is going to hinge on the Giants' ability to stop DeAndre Swift, who is like a Swiss Army knife back. He can do a little bit of everything. Yeah. I really like him. I think he's a very underrated player. But, again, I think the Giants can win this in a low-scoring game. And I think they can win the turnover battle and come out of here with a W.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Giants winning this one as well. Although Detroit could win this one. I mean, they do have a lot of really good pieces over there in Detroit. I love Dan Campbell and what he's building over there.
Yeah, I like him too.
Yeah, I'm just not a believer in Jared Goff, and he'll probably be the one who blows it for the Detroit Lions in quite a bit of games this year. So,
but I do like Campbell. I like that Campbell called him out. I like that Campbell didn't sugarcoat anything. I like those coaches that are like, we got to do better. Quarterbacks got to do better. I like when they're like honest.
Yep.
You know, you can't lose games and get killed and go, well, we're moving in the right direction. Who the hell are you BS?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the players, who's ass you blowing smoke up here? We're watching the games. We know we're not good. So stop. Like, we're close. Heard that for 5 years over here, Giants. We're getting close. We're turning the corner.
Hell yeah.
Turning the corner. Yeah, you're going in circles because you keep turning the damn corner.
When I hear him talk, man, I'm like, I wish we had a guy like that. Until Eberflus, who I do like as head coach, but man, like for so many years, Chicago Bears had a bunch of coaches who would just sugarcoat everything and just BS and tell you, just the run of the mill shit. And I love a guy like Dan Campbell.
Yeah,
absolutely. But gonna go with the Giants winning this one. Week 12, once again, facing the Dallas Cowboys for the second time. This is going to be, I believe, on Thanksgiving.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving to be the first time I've ever streamed on Thanksgiving. I've already okayed that with the missus. They do play at 4 o'clock, which makes it easier. And eat dinner, go hang out with the fam, come back and do a little Giants Dallas. It should be fun. This game will be closer than game one, in my opinion. I do think by this point,
I agree.
All things being equal, that the Giants are healthy. We're just considering both teams healthy on paper. Obviously, things will be changed by Thanksgiving. Not everybody can stay healthy. It's unfortunate, but that's usually the case. But I do think the Giants at this point have gotten acclimated to one another. They understand the schemes, both defensively and offensively. And I think that they put up a good fight. I think this game is kind of what it's been the last few years of the Giants-Dallas, where the Giants actually outplay Dallas in a half. And they're winning like 13-10, or they're winning 10-7. But then Dallas at the end of it's just a little bit too much. Again, Zeke and Pollard. I love Pollard. Zeke's going to wear you down. Pollard's going to get those third down yards. He's going to be the guy that catches the ball out of the backfield. And again, that's going to lead to bigger plays in the third and fourth quarter, especially down the stretch. I think Dallas makes plays at the end of this game. I think Dallas will win this game like 27-24. I think it'll be a lot closer, but I'm going to give Dallas the edge here because we're not ready to beat Dallas yet.
Yeah, I'm going to have Dallas sweeping you guys on the season here on Thanksgiving. Turkey leg going to go to Dak Prescott. Folks, make sure you guys go subscribe to Baddog and watch him during that stream on Turkey Day. I already know that's going to be a hell of a stream.
It's going to be a good one. It's going to be good. Turkey leg going to go to me too.
That turkey leg going to the Baddog. All right, going into now week 13, Giants hosting against the Commanders now.
Yeah, it's funny. All of our NFC East games seem to be at the back of the schedule.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're going to beat Washington. It's at home. We'll beat Washington at home. You don't know what Carson Wentz is. Again, we're going to consider Carson Wentz healthy. But I think Washington's same thing. Even though the coaching staff is the same, they're kind of going through a transition. And I know Washington swept us last year, but this is like the worst Giants team ever. The Giants always play well against Washington. The only reason Washington swept us is because Dexter Lawrence jumped off sides. Daniel Jones has the best games of his career against Washington. He had a wide-open touchdown. Slayton dropped it. Daniel Jones should have 340 yards and 3 touchdowns passing.
I remember
and then Daniel Jones ran for a 35-yard touchdown, and they called him back because of a phantom holding call.
Mm-hmm.
I think Daniel Jones on the offense are able to do what they normally do against Washington, and I think that we're able to beat Washington something like 31 to maybe not quite that, maybe 27 to 20. But I do think the Giants will win this game at home. I think we're going to split with Washington, but I'm going to give the Giants the win at home.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to go with the Giants winning this one here at home. And, yeah, you're right. Daniel Jones, he does play well against Washington, and you guys are going to take care of business. Week 14, staying at home against the Philadelphia Eagles. You and Philly 500 going to war on this week.
If any of you know me out there, you know I hate the Eagles. I freaking hate the Eagles. The highlight of my time on YouTube, Josh, I don't know if you saw it last year, Philly 500 had to wear Giants gear.
I saw it. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, because the Giants are able to beat Philadelphia, and that was the greatest thing that ever happened. We won 4 games. A quarter of our games were against the Eagles, and he had to wear a Bavaro jersey.
That was great.
He looks so good in blue. Philly, just be a Giants fan. Look at it. This color looks great on you, buddy. That green ain't looking good. You look like a big hill. You look like a big hill, Philly. Hilly 500. Anyway.
Oh, shit.
I love Philly's my guy. I love Philly.
He's great. He's the man.
Giants are winning this game. That's right. I said it. We are beating Philadelphia at home. And I believe this is a game that puts us over 500 for the first time in 5 years. Jalen Hurts stinks. Not a fan. Never been a fan. Big Eagle fans are like, oh, you just hate him because he's Eagle. No, I didn't think he was good coming out of Oklahoma, and I'm an Oklahoma fan, so I would know he's not a passer. When the Eagles win, it's because they can run the ball. If Jalen Hurts has to throw the ball 45 times, they're going to lose. He threw 3 interceptions against us in Game 1 last year, and it's not like he played great in Game 2 either. Mm-hmm. Giants win this game. They win it ugly, but I'm giving us the damn W because Daniel Jones has also played very well against Philadelphia. He's been able to beat them a couple times and would have beat them another time had Evan Ingram been able to hang on to the damn ball. He would have won the division. So Daniel Jones seems to save his best for the NFC East, and I feel like Danny Dimes is going to have a good game against Philadelphia, and I think that we come out with a W. That's right, Philly. It's coming.
There you go. Yeah, I think that's just so strange just how well Danny Dimes does play against the rest of the division, man. It's wild. It's partly why I also have the Giants beating the Eagles here in week 14. So there you go. Sorry, Philly, but I'm going to ride with the Giants here, week 14. All right, week 15. Giants facing off against the Commanders once again. You already said that you're going to be splitting the season with them, right?
Yeah,
so
if I'm not mistaken, if I'm not mistaken, right now I have us at 7-6, and then I don't have us winning another game the rest of the year. I think that Washington ends up beating us. We're going to split again. I just don't feel like we're good enough to sweep anybody. And again, a lot of it will depend on the hinge of the health of Carson Wentz and the way he's playing, but Washington is definitely tougher at home. And, one guy that definitely scares me is Terry McLaurin. Now, he's going to scare me in MetLife, too. It's not like Terry McLaurin's better in Washington than he is in the MetLife. McLaurin is a scary guy. I love Antonio Gibson as well. I think Washington's got some pretty good pieces.
They do.
On offense. I just feel like the home field advantage is going to play the part in the series with the Commanders. And the Giants. So I'm going to give Washington the edge here. And again, I think it's an ugly win for them. Again, in that area, that low scoring 20-16, 20-17 type thing. But I think Washington, if they're favored by 2.5, they'd win by 3. That's just the way I have them doing it. I think they squeak one out. I think that they beat us and we split with Washington.
Yeah, I'm going to have Washington split the season with you guys here as well in week 15. Week 16, you guys are playing on Christmas Eve against the Minnesota Vikings here. And I'm going to have Minnesota beating you guys. Yep. I really like them a whole lot this year.
Me too.
Them going out and hiring Kevin O'Connell as their head coach is going to change the dynamic of that team. Yep. Zimmer was horrible for them, held them back constantly. Last year, Vikings blowing leads late in games. And this year, that's going to change. Defensively, they have so much upside. If they stay healthy, they could be a scary team. So I'm going the Vikings.
Yeah, I think the Vikings win this one handily.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook, you want to talk about one of the better running backs in the league. Adam Thielen. Cousins, for all of his faults, is still a pretty damn good quarterback. And playing, I believe we play in Minnesota. It's a tough place.
It is, yep.
I think Minnesota is not going to give us Giants fans a happy Christmas. I have them winning the game like 24-10. I think they'll win it pretty easily. So I have us losing to Minnesota.
Okay. Week 17, back at home against the Indianapolis Colts, who now have Matt Ryan over there under center. And I'm going to go with the Colts here, too.
Yeah. Again, I think it's a close game. I don't think the Colts come in and blow us out, but their offensive line is really good.
It's one of the best.
And I think that's going to play a major part. Just the fact that their offensive line is so good. I don't know if the blitz can even get to Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan's a veteran, too. It's not like he hasn't seen the blitz before. Indianapolis can definitely run the ball effectively. And again, I think Indianapolis will be able to win the turnover battle in this because I just feel like they're pretty good on offense. They may not be the high-flying offense, but they're solid. And I can see them winning the time of possession big time in this game. And I think that at the end of the day will be I think they win like 24-13, 23-13, something like that. But I definitely have Indianapolis beating us.
Yeah, Indianapolis, they're not going to wow anybody. They're not this big, sexy team's going to go out there and just blow anyone away. Yep. They win in the trenches, offensively and defensively. And Shaquille Leonard, which is what his name is now, and just grind and pound with Jonathan Taylor. And Naheem Hines, that's just going to be Colts football this year.
The Colts and Titans are very similar teams. I think the Colts I think that Ryan's better than Tannehill, but they're very similar. They're a ground and pound team. They're not going to light up they're not going to be Don Air Coryell out there throwing the ball over the field, but they're solid teams. They're fundamentally sound, and at the end of the day, it's good enough to beat the Giants.
Yeah. Now, to close out the season, Week 18, Giants, Eagles. I'm taking the Eagles to split the season with you guys.
Yeah. Well, here's the funny thing about this one. I have the Eagles winning the division. And I said, I did a round table with the guys in the NFC East.
Yeah.
And I said that the last game of the season is where the Cowboys are going to choke it away and lose to Washington, while the Eagles end up beating the Giants and win the tiebreaker. That's how the Eagles win this division. The Giants have not won in Philadelphia, I don't think, since Matt Barkley was their quarterback. It has been forever since we won in Philadelphia. I don't care what the rosters are, what the teams are, who the coaches are, the quarterback. I don't care. Until the Giants prove to me that they can win at the stink, okay, we ain't winning. I'm not going to pick us to beat Philadelphia. I wouldn't pick us to beat Philadelphia at any time. Now I can because I feel like we can beat them, but not in Philadelphia. We never, ever play well there. And, again, I don't think the Giants will have much to play for. It might not even be Daniel Jones playing that last game. That could definitely be Tyrod Taylor. I mean, who knows at that juncture where the Giants are going to be. I think the Giants have a better year. I think they're definitely more competitive. I think they get off to a slower start and have a nice run when they do play that softer schedule. But the Eagles are a good team. I mean, I hate the Eagles, but, man, they had a great offseason. They get Hassan Reddick. They add A.J. Brown. They just added Trey Sermon. I don't know what Trey Sermon's going to do because they have a million running backs. I love Trey Sermon at Oklahoma and at Ohio State. And, again, if the Eagles are able to run the ball, they're going to be extremely tough. Their best running back is probably their quarterback.
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts stinks, Eagle fans. I'm just telling you that right now. He stinks. And Howie Roseman knows he stinks. And you know why I know that? Because he went out and he got all these first-round picks just in case he stinks. And they go, well, you know what? Maybe we can trade up and get Will Levis or C.J. Stroud or Anthony Richardson because they're going to be better than Jalen Hurts. This is a big season for Jalen Hurts. This really is.
It's a make-or-break season, and there's no excuses for him. I mean, the offensive line is going to be one of the best for them. They got weapons all around, and, they have Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert. No excuses for Jalen Hurts. I also have the Eagles winning the division as well at 12-5. By the way, my record for the Giants this year is going to be 7-10.
We have the same exact record.
7-10? Okay.
7-10. Right. I think we picked every game the same except for you have us beating Houston and I have us beating Jacksonville. I think that was
the ones where we were just different on. Yeah.
Great minds think alike, Josh.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, exactly. Hell yeah. And, as far as the ceiling goes for the Giants, I think I'm closer to it, really. Maybe another win or two. Maybe you guys do beat Jacksonville, and then maybe you do beat Tennessee to start the season off. But I'm going to say you guys are capped at like 9 wins.
That's exactly my ceiling. Because I feel like we can beat the Texans, and maybe we could sweep Washington. I don't think Washington's great. And like I said, we always play well against them. The Titans is definitely a winnable game, but again, it's because it's week 1, Josh. I feel like if we played Tennessee later in the year, I feel like we maybe could have won that game, but I just feel like their experience will win out in week 1. But it is a winnable game. But I do think our ceiling is also 9 wins.
Yeah, there you go. And as far as the floor goes, if things go wrong, and I don't think they're going to go too fucking horrible, but I'm thinking maybe 4 wins.
Yeah,
the worst case scenario, something like that.
Yeah, I could see 4 or 5 wins definitely. Yeah. Again, I could see us sweeping Washington. I could also see Washington sweeping us. I could see Philadelphia sweeping us. I could see us going 0-6 in this division. And I could see a team like Jacksonville beating. Listen, man, I could see almost every team beating us. We're not a good team, but I do think we're better than we have been, and I don't think that the opponents are like a lot better than us. I feel like coaching is going to come into play in some of these. We're going to see how good Kafka, Dable, and Wink Martindale are as a unit, and I'm excited as a Giants fan because I finally feel like we did it right. Josh, I feel like John Mara stepped back a little bit. You saw Chris Mara get demoted. He got demoted. Joe Shane fired some head scouts. It's Joe Shane's scouting department. Joe Shane has had some autonomy to make moves within the front office. And I feel like that's what John Mara needs to do, is let him do his thing. Again, Joe Shane is a young 21st century minded guy, not a relic like Dave Gettleman. Brandon Brown is a strong young assistant GM. Then we got a good young coach. Dable, his energy and his personality are perfect for New York. So I like the direction we're in. I think the Giants have the front office in place. I think the coaching staff is really good. The talent's not there yet. It's going to be their job to get the talent. We have the Gettleman hangover. These are Gettleman's guys for the most part. Obviously we brought in what we could with the cap space being limited. We had a pretty good draft. The first 2 guys definitely. The rest of it, I know some Giants fans are like, why'd you take Wan'Dale Robinson? Why'd you do this? We have to see what Joe Shane's vision is. I like what we've done in the front office. I think the Giants are finally going to move in the right direction, but the lack of talent is going to get us this year. But I do expect in years to come we got more cap space and we got more Joe Shane's guys. I think finally, Giants fans, we don't have to worry about turning that corner and continuing to go in circles. I think we will turn the corner and we'll go farther ahead. So might be a tough year for us this year, but I think it'll be better than 2021.
In the long run, yeah.
And I think in 2023, the Giants are going to be formidable.
There you go. Folks, that's why you got to go subscribe to the Baddog right there. And thank you so much for joining me for this New York Giants season predictions video, man. That was great. You dropping all that knowledge on your team. Do it like nobody's business. Go subscribe to them, guys. Thank you so much, Baddog.
Josh, thank you for having me on, man. Long overdue.
Absolutely.
We gotta work together again. We gotta do a basketball game or something one of these.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I would love to do an NBA game. Us two getting together for a game.
You gotta do it.
We're doing it this year.
We're
doing it this year. It's happening.
Yes,
we're gonna do it. And then we gotta get back together, man, for week 4.
The Dream Stream.
Oh, Dream Team, Stream Team. Yeah, we gotta bring that back. The Dream Team, Stream Team.
That'd be fun.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, we gotta do that stuff.
Fun stuff coming along. Thank you so much, Baddog. Good luck and best of health in the NFL season, man.
Thank you. You too, Josh.
All right, folks. Go subscribe to him, and we'll see you later.
Peace.
Bye.